Namaskaram everyone, welcome to my channel Dishing with Divya, My Little Garden 2021 series. So today I'm going to start my seeds indoor for the vegetables. So I thought I'll just record the video about how I am doing it. This time we are in our new home and we have a small backyard. So we thought of having a little bigger garden. I don't have a garden bed yet, but this time I'm doing it in the containers. So maybe next time I'll be able to do some garden beds. Also we have some rodent issues like moles, so I have no idea how this is going to be, how this time the garden is going to come up, because we didn't have this issue when I was in the apartment. So still I'm going to try. I'm just going to try. I'm going to see how it's going to work. So today we were getting all the seeds ready in the pots and to start, because this week the weather is better and I think it's going to get better. So, and the spring is this weekend, so I thought this is the right time to start the seeds. And being the spring, the last frost date for us is falling on May 4th, so I'm supposed to start the indoor seeds 6 to 8 weeks before, so this is the right time. So I thought we'll just record a video along with that. And I have kept some things ready which I'll show you, and my little one is going to help here to put the seeds, because that's her job. She's the one who gets the seeds in, and she's also the one who helps me with the harvest. Only maintenance is my work. So that's what we are going to do. So I'll just show how I'm going to do this. Okay, all right, let's go. So here I have my pots filled up with soil, and I've just kept everything ready. I have to do more, but this is the pots that's going in which I'm gonna start my seedling, and this is pretty much like 3-inch size pot. So this will definitely last for like 2 months until the roots are well established. So that's the reason I'm having these. And this one, you don't have to waste the pot. You can just put this straight away in the container or wherever you're going to plant, because this paper acts as a compost, and it helps with the it's going to get decomposed, so it's not a big deal. So that's why, and this is the first time I'm trying something like this. So we'll see how this goes. So I have all the soil ready. So the seed starter mix that I'm using here is the Jiffy's Natural and Organic Seed Starter Mix. It looks like this, pretty soft and very soft. I love the smell of this actually. So this is what we are going to use. This is what we are going to pack in the little containers where we will put the seeds. So this is the container seed starter mix I'm going to use. Also I use the fish fertilizer for my vegetables and indoor plants, and this is the first time I'm using this. And to be honest, from past 1 month I've been using this in my indoor plants. They're really good. It is not good with smell. It definitely smells like fish. If you have a problem with the smell, then I'm not sure will this help, but it only stays until like probably a couple of hours. After that it goes away, so it's not a big deal. So it's basically you mix it up in the water. So I have it right here. So we mix it in the water, and the ratios are given in the back, based on which we can do that, based on like for indoor plants what are the things needs to be done, for the house plants, vegetable, outdoor plants, they have all the measurements. So based on that you can go and mix this. So I keep this ready because this is what I mix with the dry potting mix. Like you can see here, I mix this and make that dry mix to a little wet mixture. So you can see that, so little wet mixture, because it's easy, so that it's easy for the seeds to have a good wet environment. Because once I use them dry, what happens is when I water them, it just comes out. So here we have all the soil filled up containers. Now trust me, I don't make this fancy. nor I buy, like I put money for these containers. Now these containers are, I think I have been using these like at least close to 2 or 3 years. So one time I got the plants directly because I didn't have time to put the seeds, and I keep these containers. Once I use them, I still store them. So that's how I reuse it every year. I don't spend money on these kind of things. If I don't have these, then I go for water bottles. I collect them from my friends, and then I cut them into half, and the bottom part I use them because I don't use plastic bottles at home. This time I did not have, because we moved and we had to switch around a lot of things. I didn't have the containers. I think I lost some in the switching, or I don't know what happened, but in the cleanup and everything. So this time I bought these. I think this is the purchase after like a year or like 2 or 3 years for the first, like I'm doing this. So this one, but these looks really good. I really like this one. I think they will. You don't have to switch. You know, you can put once they are grown, you can just directly switch them into the pots. So this is good. So this is how I'm named and labeled them. These we are going to label. So it's not necessary you have to spend money on these or anything. Please don't. Please use what you have. I have also used the milk jars that I have, or little plastic cups, or even Ziploc bags would do. So it's, please don't spend money. But and at the same time, these you can also find, like if you go to Walmart garden section or Home Depot garden section, you will see that they will have these around. Like some will have like two sheets and they would have kept it. You can just ask the employee, can I take them, because, and then they would say like, yeah, sure. So I have got a couple of them like that too. So don't waste your money or make it beautiful like this. You don't have to. But if you ever get these, store them so that you can use them every year like I'm doing it. Okay, so let's start the process of putting in the seeds. Fingers crossed. I hope this year garden comes out really well. I have a good amount of harvest, and I'm really excited and looking forward for this. I hope Mother Nature will help me in this process. So I'm really excited. Enjoy gardening. So obviously for doing anything we need seeds. So these are the seeds I got from dollar store. You can see it's 4 for $1. This is what I always buy. And these seeds are actually non-GMO seeds. Here it is, 100% non-GMO seeds. So I'm not an organic seed person. So this is what I use. I have all these seeds to plant. We'll see how many is going to work. I don't know. So I have the seeds here, and the next thing I keep ready is the names, whatever we are going to plant, because once we put the seeds in, we will not be able to find out whether what is the seed that you're planted, right? So it's always better to name them. So let's get started. Let's start the seeds. So once I've set up everything, the next thing is we have to make about an inch size holes in the middle so that we can put the seeds in. What I use is a pen or a marker of this thick, so that it perfectly gives a hole. All we have to do is in the center put about 1 inch down, you can see that, and then it would perfectly be a hole to put your seeds in. So I'm going to do that to the entire set here, and then we'll start adding the seeds. So we are going to start adding the seeds. I'm going to start with tomatoes. This is how the seeds, okay, maybe I need help. Okay, hold this. So this is how the seeds will look with the tomatoes, and we will be adding 2 seeds in each, and once they grow and they have like about 2 big leaves, not the baby leaves, the next set of leaves, then whichever is stronger I'll keep them, and the other one I'll cut them off. Okay, so let's start adding all the other seeds. I forgot to record when we were adding the seeds. We've already finished these sets. You can see the seeds are already in for zucchini, corn and everything. Now we're going to start with the red pepper. We'll add 2 seeds inside. each. And that's how we're going to finish off the other seeds, and we'll continue from there. So once we have added all the seeds into it, like everything has its seeds, some you can't even see, but yeah, we have added seeds in everything else too. Now once we have added the seeds, we are going to cover this up. Where do you want to start? Here, you can start from here. Yeah. Make sure you cover from all sides. Don't have to press too much, but just make sure that it's covered. And when you pack the soil in these containers, it should not be tightly packed. It should be pretty loose, which you can see when you're moving around, you're able to move it easily. That's more important. So once we have added all the seeds inside the pot, we are going to water them. Now I have added a little bit of fish fertilizer in the water that I'm going to add, and just water them. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So here I have the water mixed with the fish fertilizer in it. Now this is what I'm going to use to water this. So I'm going to pour a little bit of water in everything and let it sit for an hour here, so that all the water will drain out, and then I'll show you how I'm going to keep them so that I can have a greenhouse environment for that to grow, and at the same time I can bring them in. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. This is the first time I'm going to try that method, but let's see. I don't have a greenhouse at home, and we have a sunroom, which I expected to use for plants this time, but I have our little Leo there, and I can't keep any plants there. So yes, so this time it's going to be different. Let's see how I do that too. Okay, so let's start watering. So make sure that you water from the side, and make sure that you water until it gets a little wet like this. And if you have a sprayer or something, then that would be better to use. If not, just use a glass or something and just water it. So we will finish this, and we will let it rest so that the water runs out, and then we will start the next process. So I did water everything, and you can see wherever we need holes kind of like poking out. So I'm just making sure that I just cover that up again, just to make sure that everything is pressed down. You don't have to press too much, but at the same time just make sure it's covered, because the soil was also dry. Just finish that process for everything, and we'll show you what's the next step. The water is drained out. I kept them for an hour. Now I'm going to keep them near this window so that they get enough sunlight, but at the same time I have to save these from my dog, who gets to all the things now, including my indoor plants and everything else. So I plan to create a greenhouse environment for these using a simple tote. So this is try to get a transparent tote with a lid, and we are just going to keep these inside and keep it covered. That will create a humid, warm environment just like greenhouse, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if this whole box will fit in, but I'm going to try. If not, I'll keep them separately. I'll show you. So I've placed everything inside these containers. You can see these are transparent tote containers, and then we will have it inside. And then I have the lids for these, which I can pretty much use because they are transparent at the same time. Once I cover them up, they will still have enough light coming in, and it creates a kind of greenhouse environment. I don't have holes on these, that's fine, and I'm going to cover this one with a lid too. Yeah, this one doesn't have transparent lid, but it still will create that kind of environment from there. So I'm going to keep this in a warm place. So because we just added the seeds today, I'm just going to keep them inside here, and tomorrow onwards. Once the sun is high, kind of around 9, 10, if the sun is warm enough, then I'll keep them outside, and that will also help the seeds to sprout quickly. So from there we'll see how it goes. So this is how it looks. Hopefully it should all do well. All right. So that's all. The process is done. The seeds are in. Now I have to wait for a week or maybe a two want to see those little sprouts coming out, and once they are out and the weather is better, I'll keep them outside, and in the night I'll bring them in because the temperature drops below 40 and I don't want these little seedlings to get frost attack. But this environment, this greenhouse kind of environment, I'm sure will help them to grow better. So that's the process I'm going to do. And I have a love and hate relationship with carrots and greens like spinach and Swiss chard. So of these 4 years I've planted, only 1 year I got them to harvest, and that too not like I have planted so many, and I think I got only like 2 spinach plant and 1 or 2 carrots. It never works for me. But those are the things that has to be planted straight in the containers. So that's one more thing that's pending, which I'm going to do after this. And I'm going to try this year too. I don't know whether it's going to work, but I'm going to try. And but these I know it will work, so hopefully it should. So we'll keep you posted how this is coming, and when the seed starts sprouting, I'll definitely post a video on that too. So I'm really looking forward, and I can't wait to start this garden season. Thank you so much, everyone.